Welcome to the TV Dome. Be inside.
Hello everybody, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TV Dome. Now, you may think that TV and dome is a contradiction in and of itself. That is partially true, but we at the Salve Studio, we have the ambition to cross the boundary from the flat TV rectangular world into the magnificent 360-degree immersive wonderland that the domes, that the planetariums, that the fulldome theaters offer. So my name is Mickey Rehmann, and I'm happy to introduce this program for the first time in history to all of you who are watching. This program is brought to you by the Fulldome Festival Foundation, which some of you know is host to the Jena Fulldome Festival. And in this program, you see that you are immersed in images not usually seen on TV, but of course in this special program, they are the standard visual background. And this is not a one-man show. We invite experts, enthusiasts, critical fanatics of the Fulldome world into the studio. Some may appear in the flesh, others may appear through Skype. And if our Beam Me Up Scotty technology works correctly today, I'm very thrilled to introduce Dan Neafus. He is the man behind the IMERSA Summit, the IMERSA organization. He took time out in the preparation for the summit, and I'll try the magic click and see if he appears on the dome as a Skype man. Yes, he is. I see Dan. Hello. Hello, Dan Neafus. Can you hear me?
Well, hello, Mickey.
Look around where you are.
Welcome.
You may check around. This is not your general TV studio. What do you think of this dome that you are suddenly thrust into?
There's no question this is a first-time experience for me to be speaking in this virtual world, but I think it's wonderful. Thank you.
You seem very well composed. That tells me you are quite versed in the world of virtuality, of immersive media, and so forth. Dan Neafus, please, why don't you start telling a little bit of how you came to be the head of IMERSA? What excited you about the Fulldome world so that you are now organizing the IMERSA Summit?
I could go on for hours on this topic, Mickey, you know that. But
yeah, take the essential few minutes in the beginning.
Concisely on that, my enthusiasm for the Fulldome world is primarily about the connecting of audiences with the technology, which is what you and I are doing right now. In the Gates Planetarium Dome Theater, or digital theater, it's very important in our programming that we're aware of what the audience is experiencing and that we journey with them to take them to places that are exciting and wonderful and have them leaving with a different perspective of perhaps space or Earth or science or some important topic. So the intrigue for me is about the application of evolving technology to improve that process. And as you know, things are changing very quickly, and we're trying a lot of new technologies and ideas. With this in mind, I got my start in Fulldome in about 2000 when we were designing our theater. Around about 2004, 2005, there were festivals and groups that were starting to evolve, the Dome Fest down in Albuquerque in particular.
Yes.
And I was struck at that event of the enthusiasm and camaraderie of the international community. I had never seen anything like that before. David Beining, our kind host at that Dome Fest at that time, put together a fantastic group of people and discussions. And through the course of several days, I came to realize that it was important for me to make an effort to continue to connect this community and to see if I can help. I use the phrase leverage our assets, and that means that instead of everybody reinventing something from scratch, to see if we can share the knowledge between each other, and through professional development, communication, networking, events, give better experiences to our audiences.
Great. So right now I'm your audience, and there's other audiences in the world, in the 360-degree world. Thanks for stressing the element of cooperation, and well, it's like a bit of a brother and sisterhood of these people, and I think many people have noticed this very welcoming spirit, that it's not about competition and who is beating over whom, but it's about, well, listen and watch and see how energies can combine to make the 360-degree world even richer than it is. And there are riches to be had, obviously. Now, we are, as we talk, you are getting geared up for the IMERSA Summit in Ohio this time. Can you tell a little bit of, okay, this was the brief history of the fulldome world since 2009 with David Beining and the Albuquerque Fest. What's the present moment? What's happening right now at the IMERSA Summit that brings everybody to Ohio?
And let's hope that all of us make it to Ohio. We watch the weather closely.
Okay.
Very briefly, we've done this summit many times and have a tradition of bringing snow and weather with us. But with that in mind, the group do show up. So what we have in store is an event that the IMERSA organization puts together annually. The organization was founded in 2008, so we're actually celebrating our 10th birthday, if you will. And it's quite an achievement from our perspective.
Congratulations to the 10th birthday. This is 10 candles in the dome. I hope you'll make them, yes.
And it is unfortunate that you can't come join for some candles and cake and celebration, Mickey, but this is celebration nevertheless.
That's why we have this very intimate talk right here and now, undisturbed by the million of other celebrators at Ohio.
You are right about that. And through this decade, we've tried to connect this audience. And it's interesting when I look at the attendance over the years that we have a different group each time. There's been up to about 1,200 people, somewhere in that range, that have attended over the different years. So even though we do it annually, it doesn't mean everybody can join us each year. So it's a bit of an evolution there. The event in Columbus is our first time not hosting in Denver. In Denver, it was great to host because it was home turf. I could take advantage again of the assets in Denver for preparation and such. But by moving the event to another location, we've had to expand our capabilities and much improve, again, our communication and organization skills. We have many, many hours of fulldome that have been prepared. There's different groups of people doing the slicing and preparation. We have just short of 30 different speakers, expect about 150 delegates, and lots of fun planned this year.
Great. So I hope the snow won't interfere with these magnificent plans. Now, it's always a challenge to say, well, we got pretty far from the early beginnings. I mean, for the fact that fulldome is just this infant medium, it has developed quite significantly already. But still, there is more room for more technological improvements, for storytelling improvements, for aesthetic improvements. As you gear up for the IMERSA Summit, do you have some idea where you see the fulldome world moving towards, or where are its greatest opportunities? Is it education? Is it entertainment? Is it whatever?
I will put it into the whatever category. How's that for an ambiguous answer?
We are very strong in whatever.
It's become very clear to me that there isn't a single vision or a single direction where the fulldome world is headed. I have a presentation coming up we're calling Innovations. And I took some time to gather short video segments from around the world of people, particularly in the portable dome world, doing things with immersive media and fulldome at locations and in ways that we could only imagine 10 years ago. Everything from a horse race in Bahrain to the Seski Dome traveling in Canada and the US, to a giant dome set up in Los Angeles for DJs, and I can go on and on. And in looking at the type of content, much of it is far more on the entertaining side, and that's to be expected as an initial experiment. Looking forward a bit, we're going to see a lot more social content and important messaging coming out from what I believe are the proliferation of the portable domes. In short order, I think the number of both the small domes and the larger domes, we're talking up to 20 and 30 meter and many hundreds of people. I believe that the style of presentations, the content, perhaps the political message and scientific messages will begin to become more important than simply the entertainment component. But with that said, what was very clear in the videos I looked at, people were wildly enthusiastic about the experience. The idea of being places and in times and with a group of people that they couldn't do any other way. And that's the key that's common in our medium. But what's evolving is how people are adapting it, again, in ways we hadn't even thought of a few years ago.
That's very good. I think the whatever category is really showing strong in the future. And to realize that there's things that fulldome can do that no other medium can do. This should be recognized and fostered as in many ways. So actually, as we are here, swimming in a sea of visuals, talking as if I was real. Who knows if I am? Getting a sense of that you are a real person, although you appear in a very kind of psychedelic halo. All this is part of the interaction that I believe is coming stronger and stronger. And obviously, the planetarium is kind of the cradle for all of this. And it will continue to be kind of the grand opera, but also the mobile domes, the festival domes. This will become more and more accessible to audiences, to producers, to artists, to scientists. And I think we hope to be around long enough to see more IMERSA summits, more Jena fulldome festivals, and more great TV and dome shows in the 360-degree world. I hope you agree, Dan.
I certainly agree. You and I both looking forward 10 or 20 years perhaps, and can only vaguely imagine where we're headed with this. And certainly hope that the effort we put in the last decade or two has some value to move everything forward. I certainly must echo your comment a moment ago about the domes being a nurturing and what I would say, a welcoming and growing environment. The opening of the doors of the larger institutions and the traditional planetarium, the opening the doors to artists and students and people to experiment and to try things and to learn is so critical to the future. It's one that I think you and I both find most exciting about what we do, is the newcomers to the dome coming up with ideas and visualizations and, again, stories that are the crux of what I was talking about a moment ago, bringing a new message to the theater. And it's certainly worth pointing out that the good, hard effort of my friends at IMERSA and, of course, at the other festivals like the Fulldome Festival Jena have been critical to that evolution. And I think we've impacted many hundreds, if not thousands of people to get them excited about the possibility, and again, to share the welcoming message that we're working hard to make the medium available to them. So that's a big thank you to you and your counterparts at fulldome for all your hard work, and again, hoping it goes on for a decade or two ahead.
Thank you. I couldn't agree more, and I think this is a nice perspective out to the world of attendance to the IMERSA Summit. It's so nice to meet these friends in different places in the world, and of course Jena is a very welcoming city. although in the background now we see the city of Dresden. But anyway, virtual places can be anywhere and whatever, anywhere and whatever. It's omnipresent and it's very local at the same time. So, dear Dan, thank you for your support, for your getting up early to talk to the people of the fulldome world. Much success for the IMERSA Summit, and hope to see you here, there, and everywhere, and in whatever land. And right now, I have the privilege of saying goodbye to you by making you disappear in the same magical way that you have appeared earlier. And bye, Dan, and off he goes into hyperspace. And here I am again, alone in the dome, but always connected to the rest of the world. Thank you, people, for listening. Again, this show is brought to you with Salve TV, and they produce this magnificent 360-degree adventure studio. Join the IMERSA Summit, join all the places where good fulldome shows are being presented. And of course, if you like, come to Jena to the Fulldome Festival. It's great. It's the 12th festival in Jena. And the world in 360 degree is well and alive. And now it's my privilege to disappear in the same way that I appeared earlier in the beginning of the show. So I'll try to make myself invisible now. And goodbye, everybody.